Welcome back, folks. This is Swaff, and today we're going to be taking a look at some gameplay for the Red Luffy Starter Deck. Here we have Luffy. We're going to take a look at his leader ability. So Luffy is able to take one Rested Dawn once per turn, and he's able to attach it either to himself or to one of our characters, giving them a plus 1000 power ability. So we're going to go ahead and see how that plays out later in this game. We are trying to mulligan for that one cost Nami. She's very vital for this deck. We don't draw into her, so we're just going to go ahead and make do with what we have, but we do have a nice curve. We do have two choppers in our hand, a VV, so we're going to go ahead and use our one Don to play Chopper, who is a nice little blocker. He's going to be able to block attacks for us later in the future. And now is our opponent's turn, so our opponent is playing Kid, and he's going to go ahead and use those two Dons in order to play Heat. Heat is just a 2 cost for 4000 vanilla character, nothing much going on there. At the start of our turn, we're going to start off with 3 Dawn now, draw into a card, and we're going to go ahead and play on curve here. So we're going to go ahead and play VV for 2, and we're going to use 1 Dawn to play our other Chopper blocker. And we're going to use Luffy's ability on himself since he is able to attack this turn, and he can attack for 6000 going straight to Kid. And Kid does decide to take that life, not doing any counters this turn. And then we're going to go ahead and start off with Kid's turn. For 4 Dawn, he's going to play 1 Dawn to play Beji, 2 Dawn to play Aruj. Aruj is a very nice big aggro character, so it's going to be very powerful there. And he does decide to use his last active Dawn to attach it to Heat in order to attack our enemy Luffy. Luffy does have to take that for 5000 to 5000. And I do take one more life here with the leader card, 5000 to 5000. We finally do draw into that Nami from our life. Now we're going to go ahead and be able to play her because she is very important for this deck, especially with these Sanjis in our hand. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and attack Heat with our Luffy, 5000 to 4000. He can either keep Heat alive by playing plus 2000 counters, blocking with Beji, or just letting him trash. So in this case, he's just going to let Heat go get KO'd. We're going to go ahead and play 3 for Jinbei. We want Jinbei out as soon as possible because he has no counters. He's kind of dead in our hand, and he's very powerful on the field, so we want Jinbei out ASAP. And we're going to go ahead and use 1 Don to play Nami. Nami's ability is very interesting. She has the same ability as our leader Luffy, so now we can have 2 characters giving 2 Rested Dawn and distributing that power over to our characters. So we're going to put 2 over to Vivi, giving her 6000 power and threatening the leader to make him go down to 3 life. Now our opponent's turn, he's going to go ahead and play Killer for 3, and unfortunately Killer has a really good ability where he can KO any character that costs 3 or less as long as they are rested. And we were able to have 2 choppers on board in order to protect Vivi if we needed to, but unfortunately that Killer does KO her and our choppers couldn't do anything about that. So he does go ahead and play Bonnie for 1. Bonnie is able to draw him cards if he does utilize her ability. He's thinking about what to do next. I think first he's gonna go ahead and attack us for 5000 to 5000. We go ahead and take that life, and now we're gonna go ahead and start the rest of our turn. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with, I believe, what is this, 7 Dawn, and everybody's ready. We do draw into another Sanji, so let's go ahead and start using these Sanjis as soon as possible. So we're gonna play Sanji for 2. And then we're gonna have we're gonna have Nami and Luffy both use their abilities on Sanji, because Sanji has a unique ability where if he has 2 Dons attached to him, he gains Rush, meaning he can attack right away. And basically, he pretty much paid for himself because we played 2 for Sanji, and we used those same 2 Rested Dawn and used Luffy and Nami's ability in order to attach it to Sanji in order to give him that 6000 power and Rush. Now we're going to go ahead and use 2 active Dawn on Jinbei and go for the leader for 7000. Now Jinbei has another ability on himself where if he has at least 1 Dawn attached to him, he can spread 1000 power and give that to somebody else. And we're going to go ahead and give that plus 1000 power to our leader Luffy card right here. And now our enemy is going to go down to 2 life, not countering that 7000 attack. And now we're going to go ahead and put 2 Dawn on Luffy here. And with that other plus 1000 we got from Jinbei, he's attacking for 8000. He does decide to go ahead and use Beji to defend himself against that attack, so he does not bring himself down to 1000 just yet. He does have 1 Dawn attached to a Rouge at the start of his turn. He does go ahead and try to attack Sanji. Unfortunately, fortunately for us, we do have choppers here able to help Sanji stay alive. So we block that first attack with chopper. He does go ahead and try to attack Sanji once again with his leader kid, and we don't have enough. Well, I guess we do have enough counters, but we don't think we need to use them just yet. So we're going to go ahead and block that attack with chopper as well. So he does put one Don attached to Killer, bringing him up to 4,000, which can challenge our Sanji, who is also at 4,000. Luckily, this is very easy to counter. We only need plus 1,000, so we use our VV here to keep Sanji alive once again. So that's pretty much 3 attacks that Sanji was able to survive. And now he's going to go ahead and put one Don on his leader, and also use his leader ability. Kid's leader ability is he can rest 3 Don, discard a card, and ready himself to do one more attack. And in this case, he's going to target our Jinbei, because Jinbei does have more stat power and he's able to give plus 1,000 to a character. So he's actually more dangerous than our Sanji right now. So all we have left is Sanji and Luffy. At the start of our turn, we're going to go ahead and kill off Killer with our Luffy, 5,000 to his 3,000. And now we're going to actually try to kill a Rouge. So Rouge no longer has that ability. Even though he has one Don attached to him, there's only 2 characters on the field. There are no longer 3 characters on the field. And so he doesn't have that power-up ability, so it's easier to kill a Rouge now. And we're going to go ahead and play that other Sanji in our hand. Using Luffy and Nami's ability, we're going to attach 2 Dons to him again. And we're going to do one more active Don, bringing him up to 7,000. So in this case, our opponent really has to decide whether or not he wants to use a counter, or whether or not he's going to go down to 1 life. He does have 2 Don active, so I'm assuming he has a repel, which will allow him to counter this attack very easily. And he does play that repel, which costs 2, but repel does let you bring one of your rested Don to active, so he does have 1 active Don still, and he does counter that whole attack, so he doesn't take a life. And we go ahead and play our other Jinbei, because again, both Jinbei and Sanji don't have any counters in them, so we want to play them on the field as soon as possible. He does try to attack Sanji for only 5,000, so we are able to use both Robin and our Frankie for plus 1,000 each, giving Sanji up to 6,000 and able to defend that attack. But he does have another killer in his hand, so he does play that and automatically KO one of our Sanjis. And he's going to go ahead and use Kid's ability once again. So he's going to use 3 Don, and he's going to discard 1 card from his hand, and he's going to ready his leader Kid. And he's going to try to swing at it, probably our other Sanji here, because he is targetable since he is rested. We don't have any more counters in our hand, so Sanji will unfortunately go away, leaving us only with Jinbei and Luffy at the start of our turn. We do draw into Brook, which is really nice to see because he does have plus 2,000 counter, and that will be very beneficial for us later down the road. But for right now, we kind of have to see what we can play. We do have a Luffy in our hand, but he costs 5, and to do 5 Don to play 6,000 probably isn't the best right now. Right now, we're actually going to challenge his Bonnie with Nami, because Nami is of 1,000 to his 1,000 Bonnie. We don't want him to draw extra cards, but he does counter that with his Arouge. And in this case, we're just going to try to pretty much wear down his life. So we do have Jinbei here. We're going to attack him for 10,000, meaning he has to play a 4,000 counter plus 2 more thousand in order to be able to block this attack. He decides probably not to take this. Yeah, he decides to actually take this life, not to play any counters this turn. He does draw that 1 extra card, which probably does give him enough to block this attack though, because now we're going to be doing for another 10,000 with Luffy, and he does have a repel, bringing him up to 9,000. He needs 11,000 to defend against this attack, so he needs to have 2 more thousand counters in order to be able to block this. And he plays a Drake for plus 1,000. He plays another Drake for plus 1,000, so he's able to just barely successfully defend this attack, but he is down to 1 life, and we are fully tapped out here. We have no other Dons, all of our characters are rested, and this could be either really good or really bad for us, because he does have a killer on board, but he does need to put extra resources on that killer because he's only 3,000, and if he wants to really threaten us and he doesn't know what's really in our hand, if he doesn't do the math correctly, he could lose this game. In this case, 6,000 attack on killer to my 5,000. I do have a Brook for 2,000, so I could defend against this attack, but he does decide to put one more on killer, bringing him up to 7,000. So I only have 2,000 Brook, bringing my leader up to 7,000, so I can't block, or I can't counter this attack. So I have to take the life. I do draw into a Nami, which means I do have +1 more, but Kid does have 8,000 attack, so I can't defend against this one either. But I did draw into Usopp. I decided not to play the trigger on Usopp and instead put him in my hand, so I have that +1,000 extra. He does decide to use Kid's ability once again to rest 3 Dawn, bring himself up, and be able to attack for 8,000. Unfortunately for him, I do have all these counters in my hand now, so I have my 5,000 Luffy, +2 with Brook to 7, +1 with Nami to 8, +1 to Usopp, brings me up to 9, so I'm able to stay alive for one more turn. And he doesn't really have many cards in his hand left anymore, and now I can just kind of play the math here and just pretty much whittle him down, and we're gonna pretty much just be able to win from here. We're very confident that we can win because he has no more Dons, he can't play any big counters. So we're gonna go ahead and attach 4 Dawn here. We do have a Sanji on our hands, so we leave 2 Dawn active in case we need him, but in this case we have 10,000 power going to his leader Kid, and he can't counter this, so that's gonna be it for this match. That's going to do it for today, folks. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this gameplay video. And if you like this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.